the ARV is 700,000. That's usually the first thing I would identify. What's the ARV if it's fully renovated? I have some line items. I would first take out the closing costs, right? So how much is it going to cost for the buyer that I'm assigning to close on it? So give or take the closing cost plus the land transfer tax, I have that at 1.5%. So that's about 10,000, about 10,005. Then for the holding cost, I estimated like 6 months of holding costs for the buyer, assuming the buyer does the flip for 6 months, pays private financing. And for those 6 months, I have it at 22,500. And then I put the $50,000 you mentioned for the rental budgets. And then I put 5% if that buyer has to sell with a realtor, right? So that's about $40,000. So 5% plus HST. And then I put like a 10% profit for the buyer. So if the buyer was only going to make 70K, right? So the ARV is 700. The buyer is only going to make 70K. If the buyer is okay making 70K, I might be able to wholesale this for $60,000. A question to you. Option one, if you can wholesale this deal for 60K versus wholesale it for 75 to 80K, which would you go with?
I feel like I would still go with a wholesale strategy.